21 games in San Fran, had a really good year, 2.81 ERA, but hasn't been able to duplicate that since.
2-1 misses low, 3 balls and a strike. When you read those numbers, Nick, and think about him not being able to duplicate that, it makes me think he's very inconsistent with the secondary stuff, which he kind of is right now right out of the chute.
Baseball's hard. I'm saying it's not saying it's not hard to have one good year, but
3-1, that'll be blooped out into right field, and a humpback liner finds grass for a leadoff single.
But to continually have success at the big league level, it's very difficult. And Rodriguez is a guy that's not going to overpower you with 96, 97, so he's got to figure out a different way to pitch, and you're right. If you don't have that secondary stuff where it's on consistently, then a lot of times you are going to be inconsistent. And I think that's kind of where he's been, since 2018.
They list him at 6 feet, 208. And looking at him right here, here's the pitch on the way to Olson, and that has popped straight up the elevator chute. This is right in front of the mound. Every infielder, with the exception of one, is there. The catch is made by Soto, the first baseman, right in front of the mound. One down, no score. Here's Austin Riley. What I was going to say is Rodriguez, to me, he doesn't even look like he's 208. Thin, lean right-hander. Is a former outfielder. He converted to a pitcher. And this will be his second WBC with Puerto Rico. Austin Riley takes a strike on the outside corner. Rodriguez played in the 2017 WBC with Puerto Rico, and they finished as runners-up. Puerto Rico in a shift, 3 on the left side of the infield. And the 0-1 to Riley. High and away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you go back to that 2018 season with San Fran, he had a ton of success with the curveball changeup. Opponents hit 145 against the curve, 173 against the change. And that fastball still in that 92 range.
1-1, healthy cut and a foul ball by Riley.
And that's one of the things that I think about Jesse Chavez is, how does Jesse Chavez continue to get it done when he doesn't have that high velocity? He just keeps reinventing himself, and obviously he's not a starter now, but he was at one time and has turned himself into a really valuable reliever late in his career.
1-2. Got him looking, strike 3. I think Riley was looking for something else. 93 over the outside corner. He paints strike 3 and 2 down here in the bottom of a scoreless first inning. 2 down for Sean Murphy. Talk about reinventing yourself, and I think about Jesse, and he can do about 3 or 4 different things with a fastball.
Yep.
Cut it, sink it.
He used to not be able to do that, though.
Offering to Murphy. He swings with the first pitch and will foul one off onto the rooftop down the first base side.
When Jesse first came up, he was a high velo guy. He was mid-upper 90s, and he's had to figure out a way to pitch without that velocity. And a lot of guys, with lower velocity, you have to have really good secondary stuff to stick around in the big leagues.
No score, bottom of the first. Ozzie at first base, and the 0-1 to Murphy in there for a called strike. Just a handful of cotton ball clouds scattered across a blue canopy here in Florida. Beautiful day, wind out of right center field, sweeping across towards the left field foul line. Very comfortable day for a ball game. 2 to Murphy, missed high with a fastball, 1-2. Some fans still filing in. Braves and Puerto Rico here at Cool Today Park. Ball and 2 strikes on Murphy. Offering on the way. That'll be fouled off.
That's the one he wants back, too. A little cutter slider spinning down the middle. Murphy was leaning out front just a hair.
Sean Murphy batting .250 to this point in the spring. See if he can square one up right here. Ozzie takes a lead at first, held by Neftali Soto. 1-2, fouled back. Out of sight. Do it again with a 1-2 count. Puerto Rico had an exhibition yesterday in Fort Myers against the Red Sox. They lost that game 9-3. Murphy reaches out and combs one foul. Puerto Rico, as I mentioned before the ball game started, has had a lot of success in the WBC over the years. They've not won it yet, but they have been the runner-up ball club each of the last 2 WBCs. 1-2 on Murphy. Time called. No score. Bottom of the first. Ozzie a lead at first base. Rodriguez set right at the chin. Pick off over to first base, and Ozzie back in with a dive. If you go back to 2017, Puerto Rico reached the championship game against the United States and was shut out 8-0. And that's a very familiar taste for them, as they were the WBC runner-up in 2013. They were shut out that day in the championship 3-0 to the Dominican Republic. The 1-2 pitch. Hit well to deep right center field. That'll send back Hernandez. He's at the wall. That's off the top of the wall and rolling free. Sprinting around third base, Ozzie Albies. It's an RBI double for Sean Murphy. At 1-0 Braves here in the first. He just about got it out of here. Nick, when you look at the flags in left field, that's the direction the wind is coming from. So without that wind, that might get out of here.
I think so, too. And that was a beautiful swing. He had been out front of some off-speed stuff, was able to back the fastball up in the zone, elevate it perfectly. And like you said, that wind hadn't been blowing basically right to left. That could have been out for sure.
Really good contact for Sean Murphy. Pitch on the way to Michael Harris. Nibbling with a fastball. Rodriguez misses. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, 4 batters into the game, and the Braves have had more success today than they had all day yesterday. Losing 9-0. Well, a lot of the major league regulars in there today. 1-0 to Mike, and there's a bouncer taken on 3 hops by Javier Baez at second. Easy throw to first. That retires Harris and the Braves. But Atlanta on the board first with a base hit from Ozzie and then a double from Murphy. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We head to the top of the second. 1-0 Atlanta.
It's that time of year again, and we're going to have some fun at the Braves Spring Training Games. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and wants to be sure your car can make it in time for first pitch. Here's the deal. Get $10 off any oil change or 10% off mechanical services. You just need to mention the offer to get it. Special restrictions apply.
And Christian
Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers getting you to the Spring Training Games. Learn more at expressoil.com.
As you well know, in the classic, we don't have a lot of time.
Pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in store.
Everyone here
Same low
knows.
prices,
Get it
same
to them.
personalized deals,
Once we
same
get inside
rewards
Braves,
on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and
Seems like they've been best friends
with no
for years.
hidden fees or markups.
World Baseball Classics don't come around every day, so anytime you can represent the country you're
I
so
love
proud
the
of,
Boys and Girls
busy
Club
families everywhere.
because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Kroger.com.
Big leagues of what?
Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
When you
I
look
love
to
the Boys and Girls
Northside
Club
Hospital Heart
because they help you
Institute,
believe
see
that you can make it to the big leagues.
With a mission to heal
Big
your
leagues of
heart,
what?
we use the most innovative techniques and treatments,
How'd you
all
guess?
to provide patients customized options and the most
With the help of
effective
Major
outcomes. Northside's cardiac surgery
Construction?
program has earned the highest rating given by the
Baseball?
Society of Thoracic Surgeons
How'd you
for
guess?
both open heart surgery and aortic valve replacement.
With the
no
help
matter
of
how
Major League
routine
Baseball,
or
the
complex
Boys
your
and
heart
Girls
care,
Clubs
you
are-
can always look to Northside. To learn more, visit northside.com/excellence.
1-0 Braves as we head to the top of the second inning. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you at the ballpark. Braves versus Puerto Rico. It's a split squad day for the Braves. There's MJ Melendez to lead off. And a ground ball hit hard out to short, backhanding, planting, and now dropping Vaughn Grissom. Would have been a really tough play for Vaughn to make. When he grabbed it, he had 1 foot on the outfield grass. So MJ Melendez leads off, and he's aboard down at first base.
Nice little swing, too. Trying to inside out a ball, shoot that hole on the left side. Made it tough on Vaughn, going to his right.
It will be a base hit for MJ Melendez. There's Javi Baez. Pitch from Freed. Swing and a miss. Fastball low and in. One ball, or no balls and one strike.
I wonder if Javi Baez is ever going to cut down on that swing at all. Had a tough year last year in Detroit.
Oh, one on a ground ball weakly to the left side. Vaughn to his right, gloves and fires over, and that's too late. That was deep in the hole. It's short. Riley couldn't get there. Vaughn hard to his right. No way he could even think about the runner coming into second base. And Baez beats it out. So back-to-back infield singles, and Puerto Rican squad has him at first and second, no one out.
That's something that I think we're going to see more of this year, too, because now you're not playing the shift. In the past, Vaughn would have been shifted over to the pull side. Ozzie on the shortstop side of second, and that would have been right to Vaughn, where he could have gotten the play off in the out at second base. Here, Melendez gets a good jump, and Vaughn can't get anybody.
Neftali Soto swings and fouls one off.
And that's the one thing that everybody talked about with the shift being banned now, how athleticism is going to play up the middle. You've got to have range. You have to be able to get yourself in better position to throw the ball, because these plays are going to be a lot more difficult than they have been in the past.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a lot more athletic on the infield. That'll be fouled off. Right before we went on the air, J-Chad showed the two of us a tweet from Jeff Passan, where he was detailing spring training statistics of 2022 versus 2023, time of game, runs per game, stolen bases per game, strikeout rate percentage, things like that. No balls and two strikes on Neftali Soto. 0-2. Sent foul. And ultimately, the final line of the tweet read, more singles, stolen bases, and runs, and 25 minutes faster on average per game. And I think when you're talking about a lot of those singles, having more singles, a lot of those are because of the lack of the shift.
I think so.
And infield singles. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Riley gloves cleanly to second. There's Ozzie for one. He throws over to Olson for two. Around the horn, 5-4-3. Melendez over to third base, but two outs now on the board. And it'll be up to Eddie Rosario.
The other thing I'm seeing, too, just from the naked eye, I don't have the data to back this up, but I feel like we're seeing less patient at-bats. Guys are in the box ready to hit early. We're seeing a lot of 5-minute innings where we're seeing 7-8 pitches. And it just feels like the swing percentage early in the count is much higher.
Lefty-lefty matchup, Freed versus Rosario. First pitch in there versus Eddie for a called strike. Do you really have a theory as to why we're seeing more of that?
I think when or at least I'm trying to put myself in the hitter's mind and then the box, is if you speed me up a little bit.
A one pitch, low and in.
Just because of the pace and the timing, my brain is more in a swing mode versus being able to control the pace of the game as a hitter, because now I can't really step out. In the past, I could step out, wait, kind of patiently wait for my pitch. And now I feel like just the pace has sped these guys up a little bit.
1-1 misses inside, 2-1. So maybe involuntarily,
I think
it's
so.
Made batters more aggressive.
It sure feels like that from the naked eye.
1-0 Braves, top of the second, and the 2-1 from Freed. And a ground ball weakly to first, taken on three little bounces by Matt Olson. He'll step on the bag with his right foot, and that's out number 3, and Freed gets through the jam. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Atlanta.
He jumps. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network. It delivers super fast internet to power a house full of devices with ultra low lag. And it's only getting faster. Now, Houston won't like me saying this. This is bigger than the Lions. You didn't hear it from me, though.
Oh, we heard you, Neil.
You did? Yeah, we hear everything, Neil.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed.
Hi, this is Braves manager Brian Snitzer. I have a sign for my players to steal a bag. So when I want to steal a deal car shopping, the sign I look for is Aikens and Winder.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, this is Brad Aikens, and right now at Aikens Ford in London, we have deals on over 1,400 cars, trucks, SUVs, utility trucks, dump trucks, lifted trucks, and more. Ready for Braves fans to take to your home plate, because you'll never strike out when you come see us. Aikens, we're closer, bigger, and have more steals of deals than you think.
Check all the steals and deals at AikensFord.com.
Getting here for ESOG Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. They're a locally owned and operated foundation repair company with structural engineering expertise. Congratulations again to Engineered Solutions of Georgia, making the 2020 5000 list of the fastest growing private companies in America for the fourth time. Give Engineered Solutions of Georgia a call. Dial 678 ESOG now.
Dial 678 ESOG now.
Tickets for the Braves 2023 season are going fast. This is the first balanced schedule season where every team will play each other at least once. Visit Braves.com/tickets.
Under the bright sunshine here in Florida. Glad you could join us here on a Thursday afternoon. Braves in Puerto Rico into the bottom of the second inning. A 1-0 lead for Atlanta, and there's Kevin Pillar to lead off for the Braves. It'll be followed by Ozuna and Grissom. This will be 6, 7, and 8 in the order. 2 home runs this spring for Kevin Pillar, including one a couple of nights ago. We'll take a called strike. Derek Rodriguez on the mound for Puerto Rico. A 1 pitch. Curveball, check swing. He did commit. Nothing in 2. We were talking about Rodriguez's father, Pudge, and he's one of 5 Hall of Famers from Puerto Rico. All that starting with the great Roberto Clemente. And then you have Orlando Cepeda, Roberto Alomar, Pudge Rodriguez, Edgar Martinez. 0-2, that'll be fouled off. And likely another Hall of Famer coming, Nick, and Yadi Molina, who's the manager of this ball club.
Yeah, that's not going to be any doubt as far as when he's going in. Whenever he's eligible, he should be in. 19-year career. Just incredible catcher.
0-2 to Pillar. That bounced up there, 1-2.
He actually resurrected his career a little bit from the offensive side. I mean, I don't think he was going anywhere, but he made himself a better hitter as he got older, too.
Well, regardless of position, it's hard to play that long in the big leagues, but especially for a catcher playing into his 40s. 1-2 on Pillar as he leads it off for the Braves here in the second. Check swing, they appeal. He did not go, says Brian Knight down at first.
Slider just off the plate away. Good take.
Kevin Pillar hitting .250 this spring. Righty-righty matchup. Rodriguez bending his left knee. Kicks and fires a 2-2. Swinging a fly ball to left field. Eddie Rosario trying to get there against the line. That'll drop in for a base hit. And heading for second base, Pillar. He's in standing with a double. He just plopped that one down softly on the grass down the left field line. Eddie had a long way to go as he was playing towards left center field. That was perfectly placed by Kevin.
I think that was the third curveball in that at bat, and Pillar was able to keep the hands back, stay on balance, and kind of dump it down that left field line.
Braves get the leadoff man on for the second straight inning. Now we'll see if Marcell Ozuna can drive in Pillar. Nothing else, move him over. Got a big wide open hole on the right side of the infield as the Puerto Ricans are shifting with 3 on the left side. Ozuna takes a called strike. One nothing Braves in the second. Ozuna hitting .222 in the spring session. One a little bit too tall for him. Marcel's best game this spring came in the overnight trip to the east coast of Florida. It was earlier, or rather last week, where he had a 3-hit day. 1-1, good eye. Takes ball low and outside.
I just want to see Marcel have some good takes, hit some balls hard. And that overnight trip, though, the one swing that I liked was a little jam job to right center field, but he stayed inside of it, gave himself a chance.
A
lot of times when he struggles, you see him lunge and try to go get everything.
3-2, or rather 2-1, I should say, taken for a strike. Slider on the outside corner. He's just pumping those sliders in there over the outer half. Rodriguez shakes off his catcher, Vasquez. Now the battery in agreement. Lead at second for Pilar. And the 2-2. Outside ball 3.
Good take. Here's where Marcel still has to be on the fastball. That cutter slider's been that 88 range. If he's looking cutter slider and gets fastball 93, he's going to be late.
Payoff pitch. Outside ball 4. Went to the fastball with a 3-2 and really wasn't close. So a leadoff double followed by a walk, and the Braves are in business here in the bottom of the second with first and second and no one out. Vaughn with an average just over 250 here in the spring session. Good opportunity for him. Looking to add on to this lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Offering from Rodriguez, and he comes unraveled, swung on and fouled back. Early in camp, we saw Vaughn doing what he needed to do at the plate. Getting runners over, sacrifice fly, find a way to get a run in. And another one of those situations right here where he could really show some value with a base hit. 0-1 ripped foul just outside the bag at third. Tried to wait on that curveball, Nick, but just a little bit too out in front of it.
One thing I want to see from Vaughn is just be yourself. Let your talent take over. A lot of times, as a young player especially, those two plays we saw in the second inning, they can affect the way he swings the bat, his thought process in the box. I've got to do too much. I have to hit this ball as hard as I can instead of just being himself. And that challenge mentally is very difficult for young players especially.
0-2 pitch. Low and away. Vaughn with 4 RBIs at this point of the spring. Looking to rake in another one right here with runners at first and second. No one out. Gripping the bat with bright white batting gloves, waiting on Derek Rodriguez. And the 1-2 hit in the air to left field. Eddie Rosario sprinting in, has to play it on a hop. Advancing to third base, Pilar. He gets the green light. Here he comes. Here's the throw out of left field. Play at the plate, and he is safe. Feet first slide for Kevin Pilar just ahead of the throw out of Eddie Rosario and left. And it's 2-0 Atlanta on the RBI single from Vaughn Grissom.
Nice adjustment by Vaughn, too. Waiting back on that curveball. Line drive to left, but a really good read by Kevin Pilar, understanding that Rosario was not going to be able to catch that ball. Never slowed up, and Wash had him waved to the plate the entire time.
RBI number 5 this spring for Vaughn. And a 2-0 lead. Here's Braden Shoemake. Lefty stick of Shoemake blisters one to third. Diving stop by Rivera to second from Meneen. Not in time. And everybody's safe. A really nice play by Rivera, but nothing to show for it.
Good swing by Shoemake. Bullet to the right side of Rivera at third. Nice play. Ozuna a good jump at second as well, so they didn't have the forced play at third, and Vaughn got to second in a timely manner. Yeah, the bases loaded for Ozzie.
Great opportunity for Ozzie. First pitch to him. He swings and hits a drive down the right field line, but hooking foul. And that's into the seats down the line. Inning has gone double by Pilar. Walk to Ozuna. Single by Grissom to drive in a run. Infield single by Braden Shoemake. And they are loaded for Ozzie. Derek Rodriguez brings the 0-1. Ground ball to second. Baez to second for 1. Lindor to first for 2. A run will score, but the double play puts 2 outs up on the board. Over to third base, Vaughn Grissom. And it's now 3-0 Atlanta.
They had him played perfectly, too. And I don't know where they're going to end up playing Ozzie during the regular season, but that was more of a old school shift, just not in the grass. And Baez made that look easy.
2 down for Matt Olson, runner at third, 3-0 Atlanta. Matt takes the ball inside.
See that old school shift?
Uh-huh. The old way.
The old way.
Well, some really good news for Matt Olson today. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way. That's inside. He's facing an overshift right here as they have 3 men on the right side of the infield, and he saw that a million times last year. But given that would go back to the regular rules, the 2023 rules of baseball, no shifting tomorrow, this will be the last time he sees a shift all year. 2-0 pitch. That's outside. That is unless someone shifts a left fielder to shallow right field against him. But
yeah, possible, but I wouldn't suggest that. I don't think that's a great idea. He gaps so many balls to the left center field wall out there, too. I just don't see that happening.
3-0 pitch. Check swing. They appeal. Didn't go. Ball 4. Yeah, the risk versus reward with that shift versus the old school shift, as you mentioned, very different.
I actually asked Matt about the shift, and I said, hey, do you look out there now, and since they aren't overshifting you, is it kind of a relief for you knowing that you don't have 3 guys on the right side of the field? And he looked at me and was like, I don't really look out there that much. I'm like thinking to myself, I know mentally we know that's there, and to pull that down a little bit from the mental side of it has to be a great feeling. But you know, he's aware of what's going on, and his focus, and I think the cool part about a lot of these superstar focus and mindset is that their job is to hit the ball hard, get a good pitch to hit, and not worry about anything else. The other players like myself who are looking for results, that's all we think about. It's like, oh, if that guy wasn't there, I would have had a base hit.
Right.
You know, and now the shift is not going to be there for him, and it's going to be a nice thing.
First pitch to Austin Riley. He swings and fouls one off. 3-0 Braves, bottom of the second inning. Atlanta has them at the corners with 2 down. Austin Riley went down looking back in the first inning. That's the only strikeout for Derek Rodriguez at this point. 0-1 to Austin, and he smacks one right on by Francisco Lindor to base it in the left field. Lindor went lunging to his right, laid out, and could not make the stop there. So that's an RBI single for Austin Riley. Vaughn Grissom scores. Matt Olson down to second. 4-0 Atlanta. And here comes Yadier Molina. And he will take the ball from Derek Rodriguez. So the starting pitcher for Puerto Rico can't get out of the second inning.
The Braves did a great job adjusting to the off-speed stuff. That slider, cutter, and curveball were good early, and then the Braves hitters started to make an adjustment with it. You had the double by Pilar on a curveball, Grissom single on a curveball. You had Matt Olson obviously walked on 4 pitches, and then a slider to Austin Riley for the RBI. Just a really good job of adjusting. And this early in spring training, it's nice to see guys see spin early and keep that balance where it needs to be.
Manager of the Puerto Rican squad, Yadier Molina, waiting on his new pitcher to hand him the baseball. Do you think Yadier Molina right now is the only person in Southwest Florida wearing a hooded sweatshirt?
I actually thought about that earlier.
It's 85 degrees and sunny out here. He's got the hoodie on.
Is that a different type of sweatshirt than what we think it is? Is it a dry, cool sweatshirt, if they even have that?
I'm hot just looking at it. It is warm down here. This is Jose Espada on the mound for Puerto Rico. Nicaragua, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, and Israel. That is going to be a tough bracket to get through and get to the next round. Here's Sean Murphy. First and second, 2 down, and the pitch on the way to Murphy, low it in, almost caught him in the foot.
If you look at this Puerto Rican roster, though, they have some pretty good arms. Marcus Stroman's over there. Jose Barrios. The bullpen's pretty solid.
1-0 pitch. Murphy takes one low, 2-0.
Got Alexis Diaz, Edwin Diaz, Jorge Lopez.
Got some good chunkers.
Dwayne Underwood Jr.
They're going to need great pitching against the likes of Dominican Republic and Venezuela. 2-0 in for a strike, 2-1.
I think that's a difference maker in the WBC. And they don't have a whole lot of time to ramp up to be what they are going to be during the season. So if you come out of the gates slow in that tournament with pitching, it's going to be tough.
2-1 outside. Did you watch much of the American Ball Club last night versus the Giants?
I just followed the box score a little bit. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, Cuba is down. But they've lost 2 games, is that right? And Cuba used to be a powerhouse, but their pitching's bad.
3-1. A little ground ball to first, taken on 2 hops by Neftali Soto. A step on the back for the unassisted out, and that ends the bottom of the second. But the Braves send 8 men to the plate, 3-run score on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We played 2. We head to the top of the 3rd inning with the Braves leading Puerto Rico 4-0.
The 0-1. And Alvarez belts
what
it.
gets you revved up? Maybe it's heading toward that next adventure, driving further and exploring more. Or maybe it's just spending less time worrying and more time doing. Whatever it is, Citgo is here to help with top-tier tri-clean gasoline. With continuous use, it helps keep engine parts clean for a smooth ride and maximizes your mileage to get more life out of every tank. Now that's gas you can feel good about. Go rev up with Tri-Clean gasoline at your locally owned Citgo station today.
Braves fans, whether you're building another championship-winning team or the perfect outdoor space, it's important to get help from the pros. Start creating your dream outdoor space with a free design consultation from the pros at Barbecue Guys. Visit the experts at the new Barbecue Guys Design Center in Halcyon and Alpharetta to get help finding the right grill or outdoor kitchen for your team. Or head over to bbqguys.com to explore their full lineup of grills, outdoor kitchens, and accessories. Barbecue Guys is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. If you're hurt and trying to choose a long track, here are some questions you need to ask. Do they have a fully staffed office right here in town? We do. Have they litigated thousands of cases here in Georgia? We have. And have they collected billions of dollars for their clients? You know we have. One call, that's all.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Call 1-800-CALL-CASS. Spokesperson for Connecticut State PC Attorneys at Law. See website for details. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia 30309.
Into the top of the 3rd inning. It is a 4-0 lead for the Braves over Puerto Rico. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. 8-9-1 coming up for Puerto Rico, or you might call them the Blonde Squad. Everybody on that team has bleached blonde hair. That's some team unity right there, isn't it, Greeny?
I like it. I don't know if I would be into that because I think my hair would fry and I'd be toast. But, if they wanted me to do it, I think I'd probably do it.
You'd have to. You can't be the one guy who doesn't do it. There's a called strike on basket.
I actually saw a couple people down there with brown hair that did not. I mean, they were short. It was short hair, but
44-7. See, I'm thinking if everybody's doing it, your only excuse to not do it is if you don't have hair. Ball inside, 1-1. But I'd say, maybe 90-95% of the guys down there with the bleach blonde hair for Puerto Rico. 1-1 line drive out to Ozzie to his left. He stabs, spins, and fires from shallow right field and gets the out. And Vasquez is retired.
Good job by Ozzie, too. Ball's inside out, moving to his left. He's able to drop step and get himself to a great spot to make the play look easy.
1 down for Henry Ramos. Max Fried in his third inning of work. He's given up 2 singles. Both were infield singles. He has 2 strikeouts, no walks, and the pitch to the number 9 hitter Ramos is a curveball, been in for a strike. A 1 from Max. Another curveball, weakly rolled to short. Vaughn up with it, and he'll send it across for the out. 2 very easy outs. And now back to the top of the order to Francisco Lindor. Did you ever have a team where you all bleached your hair? Did you ever have to do that at any level?
I never did, but I was a young 21, 22-year-old dumb sun in and bleach.
Sun in, yeah.
I did that often.
Yeah. There's a called strike.
I looked back, I'm like, oh my God. It was like it turned orange.
Of course it did. If you were a teen in the 90s, you tried sun in, most likely. I think J-Chad still does. Pitch swung on and missed.
I think he probably does.
J-Chad, did you ever bleach your hair with any of the ball clubs you played for? Okay. Yeah,
he was right there with us.
As well. 2, that's outside. I did it one time. This was when I was in college. The entire baseball team in Mississippi College bleached their hair, and I was broadcasting the games, and all my buddies were on the team, so I did it too. That'll be sent foul. I mean, we're all going in on this thing.
Did you have puka shells?
I actually did in high school.
I did.
Embarrassingly enough. We're just airing it all out, aren't we? There's the 1-2 on the way. That'll be fouled off.
I noticed you looked the other way when you said that.
Yeah. Yeah, come about spring break 97. I don't know that I made one good decision at spring break. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Blew it by him, strike 3. And down they go 1-2-3 at the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third inning, 4-0 Atlanta.
I love the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Big leagues of what?
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passion
For the first time since 2017, the World Baseball Classic is back.
How'd you get
From Japan to Puerto Rico, Nicaragua to and every
Boys and Girls Clubs of America
down,
make it to the big leagues
hit by hit, until the very end, when only one team raises the trophy. This is the
Braves
World
fans,
Baseball
whether you're building
Classic.
another championship-winning team or the perfect outdoor space, it's important to get help from the pros. Start creating your dream outdoor space with a free design consultation from the pros at Barbecue Guys. Visit the experts at the new Barbecue Guys Design Center in Halcyon and Alpharetta to get help finding the right grill or outdoor kitchen for your team. Or head over to bbqguys.com to explore their full lineup of grills, outdoor kitchens, and accessories. Barbecue Guys is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
Meet Harper, teammate at Trost. Hello. She was born to care and always on your back. Like the time her friend Bumper Cart took a gnarly hit. His retainer went flying, but Harper caught it before it got crushed. Today, Harper's a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking. With no overdraft fees, $100 negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, Truist One checking has your back too. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. $100 negative balance buffer. Eligibility requirements apply. Truist Bank member FDIC.
The 2023 Braves promotional calendar features a variety of exciting game giveaways. To see the full schedule, head to Braves.com/promos.
Represents the time run here in the fifth. 4-0 Braves as we enter the bottom of the fourth inning. You know, if you're listening yesterday, we were talking about the free hats that we got from Mike Dunn. We appreciate that. Greeny's wearing his today. His Tomahawk Tiki Bar hat.
I asked J-Chad why he didn't have his on. He said, because I knew you were going to wear yours.
I wore mine last night to dinner. But for those of you who are lucky enough to come down and get to some spring training games, want to make sure that you drop in and visit Miss Lynn and her staff at the clubhouse store. It is a tremendous clubhouse store. It's 2 floors.
It's great.
Down there.
A lot of good stuff in there. I got, by the way, 3 hats from there earlier.
Showing the way to Michael Harris outside. How many hats are you going to be leaving here with?
I'm going to leave with 5.
Good job,
5 hats yet. So I'm excited.
All of those strikes on Michael Harris. That's low and in.
They have some great polo shirts. They have some great long sleeve pullovers. A lot of good stuff in that clubhouse store.
4-0 Braves here in the third. On the 2-0 pitch from Espada to Michael Harris. There's a called strike. You know, we tweeted the picture yesterday of J. Chad wearing his new hat, and there are a lot of people asking about the pullover that he had on.
Yep.
And they've got a bunch of those down there in the clubhouse store, or ones like it. 2-1, that'll be fouled off.
He actually came back when I was here a couple of weeks ago. We went in there and he had a field day as well. J. Chad got some gear. I got some hats for the kids and my wife, and it's been a nice experience.
And everybody's happy. 2-2 pitch. Bounced up there 3-2. Yeah, so make sure you visit the clubhouse store and check in with Miss Lynn and her great staff, and you'll come away smiling. "4-0 Braves here in the bottom of the third inning. Michael Harris 0 for 1 with a ground out, waiting on the 3-2 from Espada. He hits one high in the air to left field. Down the line, coming over Eddie Rosario, sprinting that way, and he can't get there. That's a fair ball. And Mike's in there with a double. Well, you see Eddie running in, and then from where we sit, Nick, just above him, the flags, and they're sweeping across the field right to left. So no matter how hard Eddie was running, the wind just kept pushing the ball away from him.
And Eddie did not get a good jump on that at all. He kind of broke sideways instead of in on that. I don't know if he would have caught it anyway, but he certainly didn't get a great jump. And Michael Harris running out of the box, an easy double for him.
It landed about 2 feet inside the foul line, about 3/4 the way down the line. Braves have 3 doubles today, including one from this man, Kevin Pillar. Runner at second, no one out. Kevin takes a called strike. A 1 pitch. In the air to right field to his left, MJ Melendez trying to get to the line. He slides and cannot come up with it. It's a diving attempt at a foul ball. That was just on the other side of the line and almost plopped another one down just inside the line.
Great effort by Melendez in right. Just off the tip of his glove in foul territory.
Nothing 2 on Kevin Pillar. It's been fun to see Kevin in camp this year with the Braves. Been with the Mets. He's been with the Blue Jays. Waiting on the 0-2 pitch from the right-hander Espada. Harris a lead at second in the 0-2. Ground ball out to third, and that is right between the heels of Rivera and into left field. And that is a big E5 on Emmanuel Rivera. I'm going to put runners at the corners.
Rivera actually didn't move his feet at all, just kind of squatted down, and that ball just ate him up. As an infielder, you have to continue to move the feet. And he ended up being on his heels right through the wickets.
Right between his legs. So 0-2 on Marcell Ozuna. Oh, your station ID. We'll get to that in just a second. Runners at the corners, no one out. Shift to the left side. Pick off over to first base. Back in standing Pillar. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Atlanta Braves baseball.
Atlanta Braves spring training is live on WIFN Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. 1340 and 103.7 FM.
Ozuna awaits, pitch on the way. There's a strike on the inside corner.
Marcell just looks indecisive. Fastball middle in, that's something he can crush. Just not letting himself be free and trusting it.
Espada set right at the belt. 0-1 pitch comes unraveled, swung on and fouled off. 0-2. 4 runs on 7 hits for the Braves. No runs, 2 hits, and an error for Puerto Rico. Runners at the corners, no one out. 0-2 to Ozuna. Inside out swing, fouls one off, hangs alive. I know you've watched a lot of Braves baseball over the last several years with your work on TV and radio, Nick. And we've seen lots of looks out of Marcell Ozuna. Here comes the 0-2 on the way to Marcell. And that's fouled off. And you go back to the 2020 season, and he led the league in home runs in the shortened season, and he led the league in RBIs, and he hit .338. And since then, we've seen nothing resembling that. And in your mind, what has been the biggest difference in where he is now versus where he was in 2020?
I feel like number one is he's trying to basically duplicate that season.
0-2 just missed. He thought he was about to get rung up. He's got a smile on his face.
And duplicate that success. And when you, as a hitter, I can see myself having that success in 2020, but just by seeing that doesn't mean that I need to repeat everything that happened and try to feel everything that happened that went right. And I feel like that's kind of where he is.
1-2 fouled off.
But one thing that I did see in 2020 versus the last couple of years is he wasn't afraid to hit the ball the other way. He wasn't afraid to get jammed. It's almost like over the past year and a half, he's so focused on trying to get the barrel out front that he's forgetting what made him successful. And that's giving himself more of a chance and more room for error with his swing.
1-2, and that breaking ball misses high.
By the way, these pitches are not strikes. Just so you know. The crowd's telling us they are not strikes.
Marcell's having a good time with some of the Puerto Rican fans. Those last 2 pitches that missed, he turned around and was smiling at the crowd in the first few rows. The 2-2 pitch. He'll pop one up towards foul territory. That'll hang over the seats and drop in for a souvenir down the right field line.
But Marcell can have a tendency to get antsy too, and when he's got a toe tap, which is a timing mechanism. If that's not right, then the freedom's not there, the fluidity's not there. The front side goes forward. He tries to reach for everything, attack everything out front, instead of bringing that contact point back just a hair.
2-2 fouled off. And just to show you how big of a difference it is, if you go to the 2020 season, he had 56 RBIs in 228 at-bats. Last season, 56 RBIs in 470 at-bats. And the 2-2. Ground ball to the left side, taken by the shortstop Lindor. He goes to second. There's one there, then over to first for a double play. Michael Harris will score. Well, the bags are wiped clean after the double play. 2 down, 5-0 Atlanta. So you're talking about the exact same amount of RBIs and 150 more at-bats last year compared to 2020.
So if you go into, he still hits the ball hard, but the consistency's not there. If I go to just exit velocity, for example, in 2020, his average exit velocity was 93 miles per hour, which is really good. He's dropped to 89.7, 89.4 the last 2 years.
On Grissom, a check swing, an appeal up the first base line, and Brian Knight says that he did go.
And that's not because he can't hit. It's just that everything else in his mind has messed up his mechanics a little bit, and the thought process is kind of out of whack, and all of a sudden those numbers go down.
Grissom takes a strike, 0-2. Well, when you have numbers that are that different, I mean, you'd look at it and think, well, that's just a sign of aging, but he's only 32. 0-2, Vaughn swings and misses with that breaking ball down and in. And that ends the bottom of the 3rd inning, but the Braves pick up 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, none left. We head to the top of the 4th inning. It's a 5-0 lead for the Braves.
It's that time of year again, and we're going to have some fun at the Braves spring training games. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and wants to be sure your car can make it in time for first pitch. Here's the deal. Get $10 off any oil change or 10% off mechanical services. You just need to mention the offer to get it. Special restrictions apply. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, getting you to the spring training games. Learn more at expressoil.com.
With the Kroger app, shopping online with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and
Javier
pasta
continues
sauce.
to dominate.
With no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See separate details.
When you look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute, you see excellence. With a mission to heal your heart, we use the most innovative techniques and treatments, all to provide patients customized options and the most
official
effective
MLB
outcomes.
ballpark app.
Northside
It's the
Cardiac
best way to
Surgery
access,
Program has
manage,
earned the
and
highest
share
rating
your
given
tickets
by
with
the
friends and
Society
family
of
for any
Surgeons
MLB
for
game.
open heart surgery
It's your
and
personal
aortic valve
companion for
replacement.
when you're
No
at
matter
the
how
ballpark,
routine or
helping you
complex
venue
your care,
reviews,
you can
finding
always
options,
look to
exclusive
Northside.
club
To
offers,
learn more,
and
visit
so much more.
northside.com/excellence.
And it's a great way to capture your visit by adding photos and memories from a fun-filled day today. Download the free MLB Ballpark app on the iOS App Store or Google Play
Across the
today.
field here in Northport. A 5-0 lead for Atlanta over Team Puerto Rico. And it'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Puerto Rican club here in the fourth inning. Hernandez, Rivera, and Melendez. Max Fried has looked very sharp. 3 strikeouts to this point, including one of Kike Hernandez, who starts him off with the ball low and inside.
And Bregman with quick hands just pops this thing into the Crawford box.
He has short a stroke as anyone in the game. And if
One
you're
over
go
Max. Little low. 2 balls and no strikes. Split squad day today. Braves have action going on in Dunedin today as well. Pitch will be fouled off. Blue Jays are leading that ball game 1-0 in the fourth. And that was Spencer Strider starting that split squad action for the Braves in Dunedin, with Max Fried starting today for the Braves here in Northport. 2-1 to Kike Hernandez, and there's a rocket way up in the air to left field. Ozuna giving chase. So is Harris on the track at the wall. Michael's got it right at the wall. And that ball's in the air forever. Harris raced all the way into deep left center field and made the catch right up against the wall. And for about the last 15 to 20 feet, Greeny, he was running right down the edge of the wall, parallel to the wall.
He was, and typically a left fielder will get that ball. Marcel is half the distance of where that ball was from where Michael Harris was. Michael was straight up, and if he wasn't left-handed, I don't know if he makes that play, but a tremendous jump and great job staying with that ball.
Manny Rivera sends one foul on the third baseline.
And by the way, the flags are dead still right now, and if the flags were blowing out at all, that probably would have gone out.
It's got to be the first time all spring I've seen the flags not moving in left field.
I looked up and I'm like, holy, that's not what I'm used to seeing.
There's the 0-1 pitch. Reach and a miss by Rivera.
Good changeup.
Now, they may be blowing in different directions one day to the next, but they're always blowing in some direction. Not right now.
By the way,
0-2 on Rivera.
Spencer Strider, 3 1/3, 5 strikeouts. Did allow an earned run.
0-2, that'll be fouled off.
Kevin Biggio took him deep in the third, and he went up to, if this is correct, 57 pitches. So that's a great sign.
Yeah, that is very good. $5-0 Atlanta, top of the fourth. 0-2. Got him looking. Fastball 94, and home plate umpire Randy Rosenberg waited a beat before he rang him up. Strikeout number 4 for Max Fried, and 2 down here in the fourth inning. MJ Melendez to the plate. He singled back in the second inning. He was left stranded at third when the second inning came to an end. Melendez, the right fielder for Puerto Rico, left-handed hitter. Takes ball outside.
Melendez was Kansas City's number 2 prospect and number 51 overall last year. Debuted and went .217 with 18 home runs in Kansas City.
One 0 breaking ball in for a called strike. Leg kick in the 1-1. Fouled back 1-2. His name is Mervil Samuel Melendez, but goes by MJ. I'm going to guess he's Mervil Jr., and that's where the MJ comes from. 24 years old.
I'm going to say you're probably accurate with that.
Waiting on the 1-2. And the pitch from Max. Adios. Swung on and missed. Down they go, 1-2-3. That's now 5 strikeouts for Max Fried. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Braves leading Puerto Rico 5-0.
Slide into the official hotel of the Atlanta Braves in style at National Anthem, the premier culinary destination for baseball fans and foodies, debuting this spring located within the Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta. Savor the flavor of reliably good seafood, prime steaks, double-stacked burgers, and simply prepared quality cocktails just steps from the Chop House gates. Wind down after a night out at the Battery Atlanta with room night packages that keep you close to the action. Explore special rates and packages today when you book at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Hey, Braves fans, this is Jim Powell from Emory Healthcare. If you're like me, you get the day going in a hurry with a lot to get done. But what if a nagging joint pain or sports injury is holding you back? Go to Emory Orthopedics. With multiple clinic locations across the metro Atlanta region, you'll find the expert care you need. Emory is also home to the only dedicated hospital in Georgia focused on spine, hip, and knee surgery. As the official team healthcare provider of the Braves, Emory will treat you like a pro and get you moving ahead. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
So much power in that direction.
It's road trip time. Not far from Atlanta is the spring home of the Braves. Sunny Northport in Sarasota County, Florida. Visit the #1 beach in the U.S. Go on outdoor adventures like kayaking through mangrove tunnels and hunting for shark teeth. And check out the Don Hawk Tiki Bar at Cool Today Park. Head to visitsarasota.com to learn more and plan your trip today. That's visitsarasota.com.
Corporate meetings, trade shows, birthdays, rehearsal dinners, you name it. Truist Park can host it. Visit Braves.com/events to reserve one of the 16 unique venues at the ballpark.
Into the bottom of the 4th inning, 5-0 Atlanta. A couple of changes now for Puerto Rico. Henry Ramos, the DH, has now moved to right field. So MJ Melendez out of there, and Henry Ramos is in right field. New pitcher for Puerto Rico is the left-hander Jonathan Bermudez out of Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida. Giants claimed him off of waivers from the Astros last August. And Bermudez is the 3rd pitcher used by Yadier Molina here in this ballgame. Their starter, Derek Rodriguez, went an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks and a strikeout. And then it was the right-hander Espada who came on for an inning and a 1/3. He gave up 1 unearned run, 1 hit, no walks and a strikeout. And now it is Jonathan Bermudez. Big lefty, 6'2", 240. Pitch on the way to Braden Shoemake, misses high. Shoemake, Albies, and Olsen here in the 4th inning. Braves have Kirby Yates tossing in the bullpen. 1-0 pitch to Shoemake. That's outside. If that is indeed it for Max Fried, what a 4-inning afternoon it was for Max Fried today.
He was good, and kind of what you expect from him. It's almost like every time he goes out, you're expecting him to put up zeros, not let anything get out of hand.
There's a shot down the right field line and a base hit for Shoemake. Could get 2 bags out of this. Pounds first, heads for second. Just getting to it in right field, Henry Ramos. He'll fire it in and make it a stand-up double to lead things off here in the 4th inning for Braden Shoemake.
Good job by Braden. 2-0, not expecting a fastball, was able to stay back on something breaking ball wise and lines it down the right field line. Yeah, when you think about Max, though, you expect good outings no matter when they are. He's always able to get himself out of trouble. It seems like nothing snowballs. The sinker was good today. Velo, not where it's going to be during the season, but all the off-speed secondary offerings were great as well. 5 ground ball outs and 5 strikeouts. Nice job.
That's a really good piece of work out of Max today. Ozzie to the plate, takes a ball low and outside. All right, you want a little bit of trivia?
Sure. I'm not good at it, but
That's all right.
I'll take it.
I had to look this up myself because I did not know the answer. I took a stab at it and missed it by a year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be line foul. I was looking up some stuff on Max Fried earlier today, and as you know, Max finished second in the Cy Young Award voting last year to Sandy Alcantara, and that was the highest Brave finish in the Cy Young since who and when? I'll let you think about that for a little while. There's a 1-1 pitch on the way. It's licked out towards right field, trying to get there. Ramos can't get there. That's down and right on by Ramos into the base of the right field wall. This will be back-to-back doubles as Ozzie runs out from under his batting helmet. He picks up the RBI, his second base hit of the ball game, and it's now 6-0 Atlanta after the double by Ozzie Albies.
What did I say before the game? That I wanted to see Ozzie have a nice outing today, and he's got 2 hits. Nice job from the right side, waiting on that breaking ball, stepping in the bucket a little bit, but the hand stayed back. It shoots it right down the right field line.
And once that hit the ground, it's like a super ball. It sprung right on by Henry Ramos. 6-0 Braves. Here's Matt Olson. That takes a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Ozzie a lead at second. 1-0 pitch in the dirt outside. 2 balls, no strikes. All right, J-Chet's got his guess in. He's got the name right.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Gosh.
You want to throw a year on that one, JC? Two balls, no strikes on Matt Olson. Pitch on the way. That's in for a strike. Give you your answer after this pitch. 2 balls and a strike on Matt Olson.
The year 2000?
It was the year 2000. Cheater.
I don't have a name, though.
That is hit out to left field, and that's down for a base hit. Matt Olson goes the opposite way. Ozzie gets a stop sign at third base from Ron Washington. So the Braves have gone double, single. Lead 6-0. They're at the corners, no one out. All right, here's what I'll do. Between the two of you,
so
you got it right.
We're going to win together, I think, right?
You got the year,
okay,
and JC got the player. Max finished second in the Cy Young Award voting last year. That is the highest a Brave pitcher has finished in the Cy Young voting since Tom Glavine finished second in 2000.
Wow.
Finished second to Randy Johnson in 2000. Austin Riley hits one high in the air to right, down the line, coming over Henry Ramos in foul ground. It scales down the screen and a foul ball. Yeah, Glav finished second in 2000. And Glav was also the last Brave to win the award going back to 1998 when he last won a Cy Young. And that was the last Brave pitcher to win the Cy Young Award. Oh, 1 to Riley. Hard hit ball out to third. Diving stop by Rivera from a knee. Throws to second. There's one there and over to first. Double play. That was a very impressive play by Manny Rivera at third base. A run scores, then makes it 7-0 Atlanta. But Puerto Rico flashing leather here in the 4th inning.
Wow, great job at third base by Rivera. Doesn't panic. Beautiful throw to Baez. An easy turn to get Riley. So in 2000, do you know the numbers for Glav?
I don't. You have them in front of you?
35 starts, 3.4 ERA, but he had 21 wins and led the league. And 241 innings pitched.
Well, look at what Randy Johnson did that year. I'd love to hear his numbers compared to Glav as he won it. There's a ball outside. Yeah, I bet he had 300 strikeouts or so.
Will we ever see that again?
Man. Hard hit ball to left field. Down for a base hit for Sean Murphy. Well, we're seeing tons of strikeouts, but you got to go deep in ball games regularly to rack up those strikeouts.
I'll find out Randy Johnson's numbers right here for you. Roll the inning.
We're going to roll the inning. So the Braves will come off the field. Puerto Rico says they've had enough, and we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Braves leading this one 7-0.
A new season of Behind the Braves, presented by Global Payments, is now streaming on YouTube. Follow along as the Braves begin their 2023 season at their spring training facility in Northport. With Vaughn Grissom and Orlando Arcia battling at shortstop and a handful of pitchers competing for the 5th spot in the rotation, this season shows some exciting competitions and one common goal of winning a 6th straight NL East Division title. Tune in every Wednesday at youtube.com/Braves for new episodes. Atlanta Braves baseball for the A.
Hey, Ben, you ever get to those exterior projects you've been putting off?
Joe, we didn't. You got any recommendations?
Sure do. Call Matt's Exteriors. You've probably seen their blinged-out billboards around town.
Now, wait a second. Aren't they a Braves sponsor?
Yes, they are. Matt's Exteriors also offers a wide array of products and services, including roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and exterior paint. They also have a proven track record of over 15 years with over 9,000 satisfied customers in the Atlanta market. Matt's Exteriors provides free estimates. So what are you waiting for, Ben? Check them out at mattsexteriors.com.
It's that time of year again, and we're going to have some fun at the Braves spring training games. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and wants to be sure your car can make it in time for first pitch. Here's the deal. Get $10 off any oil change or 10% off mechanical services. You just need to mention the offer to get it. Special restrictions apply. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, getting you to the spring training games. Learn more at expressoil.com.
Action rolls into the top of the 5th inning here in Northport. It's a 7-0 lead for the Braves. And Atlanta brings along Kirby Yates. Good to see Kirby out there, right-hander who was coming back from injury last season. I know he's hoping for a very healthy and very productive season here in 2023. Speaking of production, he takes over from Max Fried. Here's Max's final line. 4 innings, no runs. He allowed 2 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts for Max. And at this point in spring now, Max has gone 9 innings, no runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Well, Max out to a really good start in spring 2023, and another good outing for him today. Here's Javi Baez to face Kirby Yates, and the pitch on the way to Baez. Ball low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Baez 1 for 1 with a single. One-0 pitch misses low. He's obviously trying to cut down on the strikeouts this season. You look at Baez and what he's done over the last few years. Bunch of strikeouts. Led the league in strikeouts in 2021. He had 184 of them. Last year, Detroit had 147 strikeouts in 144 games. 2-0 hit well to left field. Ozuna back into his right. Will gracefully run it down. Better jump there for Ozuna on that ball back to his right. 1 away here in the 5th inning.
Marcel had a good read earlier in the ballgame, too, against Rivera in the first. And I know we're probably not going to see him play a whole lot of left, but if he can be adequate out there and give Snit the option every now and then to play left field, that'd be nice.
Here's Neftali Soto. There's a bottle rocket right off the bat of Soto. Just behind the infield cutout, Vaughn Grissom is under it. And now coming back onto the dirt, makes the catch. 2 down.
Are you ready for Randy Johnson's numbers real fast?
Yeah, so this is Randy Johnson's Cy Young Award season from 2000.
Yes. Number 1, he was 19-7. 2.64 ERA, 35 starts, 248 and 2/3 innings, live through 241. But he had 347 strikeouts.
Dear Lord. 347?
That was in the middle of a 4-year run of 300-plus strikeouts. Obviously led the league every year.
You think? 7-0 Braves here in the 5th. Rosario takes a strike. I think one of my favorite numbers on Randy Johnson, he finished with, 307 career wins or something like that?
303.
303, okay. There's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside. Look how many wins he had when he turned 30 years old. It's like 60-something wins.
Wow.
So he won, 265 games from age 30 on or something like that. 1-1 is popped up on the infield, fighting the sun, Riley and Grissom, and this will be Austin, who makes the catch in shallow left field. And down they go 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th inning. Good inning out of Kirby Yates. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 7-0 Braves.
There are 5 boxes with rules written. Yet you may choose only one. Now, just breakers for the chance to choose one of 5 mystery box with prizes worth $5,000 to $30,000.
Like a luxury vacation.
Easy flip.
Game over.
The Astros are going back to the World Series.
It's the Cash Pop Mystery Box giveaway. Now through March 12th. Learn more.
As you well know, in the classic, we don't have a lot of time to get together.
Jeff Francoeur here. From my early days playing GHSA ball to my 13 years in the major league, I know the importance of supporting your home state and being part of the team. Georgia Farm Bureau is always helping Georgia build a strong agriculture industry and offering affordable home, auto, and life insurance for Georgia families. With agents and volunteers in every community of the state, Georgia Farm Bureau is always the home team. Visit Georgia Farm Bureau
Boys and Girls
online
Clubs
at gfb.org.
because they help you believe that you can make it to the Boys and Girls Clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy.
Baseball.
We're
The
making
Boys
the
and Girls
electric
Club
grid
that help
safe
America
and
help kids
reliable
make
for
it. The
you
Boys and
and
Girls
for
Clubs
future
of America
generations.
help
At
kids make
Georgia
it.
Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
Tickets for the Braves 2023 season are going fast. This is the first balanced schedule season where every team will play each other at least once. Visit Braves.com/tickets.
7-0 Braves into the bottom of the 5th inning. Alongside Nick Green and our producer engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. New pitcher now for Puerto Rico is Anthony Maldonado. 6'4", 220, a right-hander. He takes over for Bermudez. And they rolled the inning in which Bermudez pitched, so technically he went just 2/3 of an inning. And he gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. No walks and no strikeouts. All right, I got that figure for Randy Johnson. Before he turned 30 years old, he had 68 career wins. So after turning 30, he had 235 career wins.
Wow.
I mean, you'd think in order to reach 300 wins, by the time you hit 30, you better be 150 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Harris climbs in, takes the ball outside.
I mean, the strikeout total is absolutely absurd. 4,875.
Outside, and there's still about 1,000 fewer than Nolan Ryan.
That's unheard of. I mean, I know they pitched forever, but Randy pitched 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually my teammate in New York in 2006.
You played with everybody.
Feels like it.
2-0 pitch is sent foul.
That year, though, in New York, he was 42. Didn't have a great year ERA was 5, but he threw 205 innings at 42 years old.
Man.
He was my locker mate as well. Right beside me.
2-1 on the way. That's hit well out towards center field and down for a base hit for Michael Harris. Into the gap, Mike thinking about 2. Sprints for second base. Here comes the throw out of right center. It's tardy. That'll be a leadoff double for Michael Harris, his second of the ball game. Good hustle.
Great swing, too, and that ball's about as true as it's going to get. No side spin on it, stays back up the middle, right center field, and that balance for Michael this year looks a lot different for me. He looks a lot stronger, and he is primed for a great year.
7-0 Braves here in the 5th inning. Here's Kevin Pillar. Been on base twice. Pillar takes a high strike. 0-1.
So you want to know the first thing that Randy said to me when I came in the Yankees locker room?
Yes.
He didn't say hello. He didn't say good to see you.
There's
You'll
the
never
0-1
guess.
to Pillar. Ground ball foul.
He goes, Nick, did you guys have my signs in Tampa?
What was the answer?
I said, I didn't have them, but Eduardo Perez might have had them.
Here's the thing. Did it matter if you had his signs? Who was touching
It helped.
that guy?
It definitely helped. Eduardo crushed him.
2 to Pillar. And he just fights one off. That's taken on a short hop by the first baseman Soto. He'll step on the bag. 1 down as Michael Harris advances to third base on the little poke out to first base. 1 down for Marcell Ozuna. So he wanted to know if you guys had his signs. Did he say much else to you the rest of the season?
He talked to me, and he actually kindly gave me a huge box of vitamins that I remember. And I'm like, why the heck did he give these to me? But he was very kind. I took them.
Infield in for Ozuna. Swings and fouls one off. You probably know this. Do you know what he's doing now?
He's a photographer.
He's a photographer.
Mm-hmm. He's really good,
and
too.
And a major photographer. He's shooting Super Bowls and such.
It's so cool to see guys that have a passion outside of baseball, too. And we can only play this game so long. You play a long time, you know, it's 35 years old, and you have a long life after.
0-1 to Ozuna. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Good slider. And that's the one thing that a lot of baseball players forget, that the game's only going to last so long. So what can I do after to make myself happy? And to see Randy Johnson having success outside of baseball is really cool.
The 2 fought off foul. Well, and for you, that's become broadcasting.
It is. And honestly, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I got done. The game happens so fast, and you're so focused on making yourself a better player year in and year out, sometimes trying to find jobs, and then all of a sudden it ends.
So what else did you try before you ended up behind the microphone?
You know, I sold cars for 8 months, which was an incredible experience in a weird way.
Clearly that didn't go well.
It did my last month before I quit.
0-2, hit a mile but foul. Still 0-2 on Ozuna.
You know, though, as a baseball player, and I think the reason I go back on that experience and really love the experience, not because I love the job, because I didn't, but as a baseball player, everybody thinks that you're the greatest thing ever. Doesn't matter who you are. If you play in the big leagues, people love you.
0-2 to Ozuna. He lifts one in the air to center field. This should be deep enough to score Michael Harris. Making the catch, Kike Hernandez. He fires from center field, and he will throw to the plate on one hop, and it's too late. Harris scores standing, and a sac fly by Marcell Ozuna makes it 8-0 Braves.
It's the kind of at-bat you would like to see from Marcell consistently. Just getting the job done. 2-strike count. Gets a ball up and gets jammed a little bit, but gets it up in the air. And going back to the car sales, if you walk outside that building and try to sell a car to somebody, they don't like you. They don't care what you did. They don't like you. They want you to go back inside. So it was an eye-opening experience for me.
Your popularity plummeted. Vaughn Grissom takes a ball high. 1-0 on Grissom. Would you say that's the toughest job you've ever had?
I would, yes.
1-0 pitch. Grissom takes a ball low.
I mean, I'm not real outgoing to start out, and I have to go up and introduce myself to people and try to sell them on a car that maybe I wouldn't buy for that price.
So you had to lie.
I didn't lie. I just let them make their own decision. People ask me, well, give me a good deal. I'm like, what is a good deal? Because a good deal for you might not be a good deal for me.
Yeah. 3-0 due up to Grissom. Here it is from the righty Maldonado. There's a liner right out to second, taken on a hop by the second baseman Baez. And from very shallow right center field, throws him out. And the Braves score again. They have scored in every single inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, none left. We head to the top of the 6th inning, 8-0 Braves.
Down the run, Alvarez shoots one through the hole of the check. Altuve on his way to the plate.
Toward that next adventure, driving further and exploring more. Or maybe it's just spending less time worrying and more time doing. Whatever it is, Citgo is here to help with top-tier trifling gasoline. With continuous use, it helps keep engine parts clean for a smooth ride. It maximizes your mileage to get more life out of every tank.
For the first time since 2017, the
I love the Boys and Girls Club
is back.
because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Nicaragua to Israel.
Braves fans,
And
whether you're
everywhere
building
in between,
another
they'll
championship-winning
take each
team
other
with a
down,
perfect
pitch
outdoor
by
space,
pitch,
it's
hit
important
by
to get
hit,
help from the pros.
until the very
Start creating
end.
your dream outdoor
When only
space
one
with a free
team
design
raises the
consultation
trophy.
from the pros at Barbecue
This
Guys.
How'd you
is
guess?
the
The
World
experts at
Baseball
the new
Classic.
Barbecue Guys Design Center in
With
Halcyon
the
and
help of
Alpharetta.
Major League
Get help
Baseball,
finding
the Boys
right
and Girls
grill or
Clubs of
outdoor kitchen
America
for your
help
team.
kids make
Or
it
head
to
over
the big leagues of
BBQGuys.com.
impact.
Explore their full lineup of grills, outdoor kitchens, and accessories. Barbecue Guys is a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves.
I'm sure you can make it. If you're hurt trying to do something, here are some questions you need to answer. Do they have a fully stocked office right here in town? We do. Don't get over the Astros are going back to the World Series.
Millions of dollars for their clients. He has shorter stroke as anyone in the game. And if you're going to go in, you got to go in on
Partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Call 1-800-CALL-TEX. Spokesperson for Connecticut State PC Attorneys at Law. See website for details. 1355 Peachtree Street, Memphis. 41000, Atlanta, Georgia 30309.
And Alvarez melts it. Gets it right
Top of 6, Jackson Stevens comes in for his first appearance of the spring. The big right-hander had a good year last year. 39 games, 3.69 ERA. Signed back as a free agent in December and is looking to make the team. I like this addition, and we talk about Alex Anthopoulos a lot as far as how does he get the guys on the team that are going to fit in well? How do you get these guys on the same page? And a bullpen is huge, and we had Darren O'Day on the other day, and he talked about the bullpen as a whole and their unit. These guys are coming down after they're done to play golf with each other because that's how much they mean to each other. And Jackson Stevens is one of those glue guys in that bullpen. You're hoping he's healthy this year and can make this team make an impact.
He had some big moments last year. 8-0 Braves are in the top of the 6th inning. I feel like every single year you get somebody that maybe you didn't know much about or anything about coming in, and they end up being a major name for you over the course of the season. Jackson Stevens was that for the Braves. Christian Vasquez with a ground ball right up the middle. That'll be taken by Ozzie Albies at second. He'll throw over to first base and get the out. That is not Ozzie.
That'd be Adrianza. Echeverria looks like he's taking over at shortstop.
Drew Luck Bauer at first. Ryan Castillo behind the plate. We'll get you all these changes in a moment.
Sierra in center.
Pitch on the way to Henry Ramos.
Tell you what, that happened fast. Look up and everybody's new.
There's the 1-0 pitch to Ramos. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 from Jackson Stevens. High fly ball to right center field. Justin Dean in the neighborhood. So is Magneuris Sierra. And he makes the catch in center field. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. see, the Braves over at third base is Gerardo Quintero. Stevens misses low and inside. Francisco Lindor, the batter, he's had a very quiet day, 2 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch, and there's a strike. That's a Daney at short, isn't it?
Yep.
So left to right in the Braves infield, it's Gerardo Quintero at third. Adeiny Echeverria is at short. Lindor takes the ball inside. Ede Adrianza at second base and Drew Lugbauer at first base. Ryan Castile is the new catcher. Stevens will miss a little bit high.
Looks like Ozuna's out, but I don't know who that is in left. The board had him still in there, but they had everybody else changed.
Swing and a miss by Lindor, 3-2. Let's see who you think. Maybe Forrest Wall?
Long legs. I don't know.
3-2 pitch on the way. A little bit high, and there's a 2-out walk.
You've got Kevin Kilpatrick on the extra guys, but I don't think that's him.
Right field, Justin Dean. Magneuris Sierra is in center field. Edwin Diaz tossing in the bullpen. There's Kike Hernandez. There are 2 Edwin Diaz's for Puerto Rico. The non-pitcher is pinch running. 0-1 is outside. Well, this top of the 6th inning, it's more like we're calling the roll than calling the game. Everybody knew. Ball high to Kike Hernandez. Nothing Braves here in the top of the 6th inning. Puerto Rico with just 2 base hits, and they were back-to-back infield singles in the 2nd inning. 2-1 from Jackson, low and outside. 3-1. Hernandez 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to center field. 3-1 from Jackson Stevens, and that's ball 4. Back-to-back 2-out walks by Jackson Stevens. Those are the first 2 walks in the ball game.
Jackson's just a little bit up with everything right now. That fastball's been up in the zone. The slider has been up as well. See if he can get that release point more out front where you can get a little bit of downhill action. When he's right, he's got good movement on the 2-seam fastball and is able to go down the hill really well.
Pitch running at first base is Nelson Velasquez. Okay, so first and second, 2 down for Manny Rivera. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a strikeout. Jackson Stevens looking for 1 more out. Got 2 very quick outs. Rivera takes the ball up and in. Christian Vasquez led off for Puerto Rico, and his hot shot ground ball went right between the legs of Stevens, but good play made by Ede Adrianza behind him. Clubbed it, got the out. Then Henry Ramos flew out to center. And back-to-back walks. 1-0 pitch and a bouncer to short. Taken on the second big bounce by Echeverria. A soft toss to second. Ede is there. They get the force out of Velasquez. And that ends the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-0 Braves.
And Bregman sends one deep to left.
He recruited others to join him.
And it is gone.
They quit their jobs. left their families.
That's
who we should
stay.
They run the whole challenge the and made a lot of people at ease. Community leaders feared them. Religious leaders abhorred them. Law enforcement labeled them outlaws.
MLB Ballpark app.
We have to shut
It's
them
the best
down.
way to access, manage,
them off the
and share your
streets.
tickets with
Protect
friends and
our
family to
communities
any
from these
MLB game.
troublemakers.
It's your personal companion for
They
when
weren't
you're
part
at
of
the
a gang
ballpark,
spreading hate
helping you
and
with
terror.
venue enroll, dining options, exclusive club offers, and so much more. And it's a great way to capture your visit by adding photos and images from a fun-filled day at the game. Download the free MLB Ballpark app on the iOS App Store or Google Play today.
Presley's got it. Easy flip. Ball game over.
I'm Neil Cruz, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. The Braves have shown us what happens when a great team pulls together. At Pruitt Health, our All-Stars help you recover from surgery for a major health event. Nurses, therapists, a whole team dedicated to giving you the personalized care you need. Come join the Pruitt Health team. Email hireme@pruitthealth.com. That's hireme@pruitthealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
The 2023 Braves promotional calendar features a variety of exciting gate giveaways. To see the full schedule, head to braves.com/promos.
All Braves today. It is 8-0. And it is all Braves, Nick, to the point that some of their players have quit. There's a Braves second baseman out there. No, I'm kidding. There's a Braves minor leaguer that's giving the Puerto Rican ball club some depth and playing in second base. Everybody else out there in a red uniform, but the Braves send a minor leaguer out there to play second base for Puerto Rico, and he's in his Braves uniform. The left fielder a moment ago for the Braves was Ethan Workinger. This will be Shoemake up to the plate for the Braves to lead off. Giovanni Moran, the new pitcher for Puerto Rico. So we'll pencil Giovanni Moran in. Left-hander taking over for Maldonado. And Shoemake takes a called strike. Final line on Maldonado. 1 inning. 1 hit, 1 run, no walks, no strikeouts. Braves have scored in every inning today. Shoemake takes the ball low.
I've been impressed with the bats today. Guys have done a really nice job of barreling some balls up, putting good swings on them, limiting the strikeouts.
There's a line drive up the middle, a base hit into center field. Braden Shoemake with a leadoff single. He's now 3 for 3, Nick. Having a really good day.
And all 3 of his swings have been good. The first at bat in the second inning, and infield hit to third, but he hit it hard, stayed inside of it. And he had the double on the breaking ball to right field, and this is a bullet back up the middle. A really nice day for Shoemake.
To the top of the order to Ede Adrianza, and he'll flip one out towards shallow right field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Just enough on it to get it over the second baseman, and that'll be a base hit, so that'll put runners at first and second for the Braves, and Atlanta in business again. Edwin Diaz remains in the ball game at short. And Nelson Velasquez remains in the game in center field.
Base number 31,
Vimao Machine is at third base.
With an Atlanta Braves uniform. Again, 16 Moran pitching, 18 Diaz.
No, he got a last name for the second baseman. That was it. Hogan.
Stays in at the game at center field. 31 Machine comes in at third base. Second base, number 37 Ogans with an Atlanta Braves uniform.
8-0 Braves. Well, this is getting fun. You get to the point now, you're just having to guess who's down there. There's a called strike. So it's still Ramos in right, Velasquez in center. Rosario remains in the game. He's in left. Vimao Machine at third. Edwin Diaz at second. I believe that's still Soto at first base. Still Vasquez behind the plate. And Ogans is at second base. 1 ball and 1 strike on Drew Lugbauer. That is Keyshawn Ogans at second base, who is a Braves minor leaguer, giving Puerto Rico some depth and playing in the ball game. 1-1 pitch. Low and outside. Two on to Lugbauer. Strike call on the outside corner.
A little bit off. Tough pitch to handle.
Two pitch. Strike 3. Touched the inside corner with a breaking ball. Lugbauer goes down looking. 1 down in the 6th inning. That's only the 3rd time that a Braves batter has struck out today.
They've done a great job of putting the ball in play, even with 2 strikes, some good at-bats, and I thought the at-bats as a whole, especially those guys that started this game, have been really good.
Geraldo Quintero, the batter, took over at third base in the top of the inning for Austin Riley. Takes ball outside. Austin went 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And if you're wondering about some of the other regulars for the Braves, Ozzie Albies was on base twice. Had a single, a double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Matt Olson was 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Swing and a miss by Quintero. Sean Murphy went 2 for 3 with a single, a double, and an RBI. Michael Harris, 2 for 3, 2 doubles, and 2 runs scored. Kevin Pillar went 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Lefty-righty matchup, and the pitch on the way to Geraldo Quintero from Moran. Chase and a miss, 1 and 2. Marcelo Zuna walked and scored, also had a sac fly RBI. Vaughn Grissom 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. And Braden Shoemaker, still in the ball game, is 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a double, and a run scored. A lot of production today for the Brave Sticks. 1-2, a chase and a miss by Quintero again. He strikes out. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Moran's got a tough little changeup. Good arm action, some good right to left movement. About 84 miles an hour, not a whole lot off that fastball, but it's a good change of speed.
Braves have action in the pen. Looks to be Michael Tonkin. Could see him in the top of the 7th. Ryan Castillo takes the ball low. Both teams very deep into their changes now. 8 runs on 14 hits for the Braves. No runs on 2 hits for Puerto Rico. The 1-0 pitch. High and away, 2 balls, no strikes. Most interesting thing now about this ball game is, can the Braves keep their streak alive, scoring in every inning? Not 1-0 hung up there on the board yet. 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Castillo with a 2-1 count. Castillo, slightly open stance in the right-hand batter's box. Pitch from Moran. That's hammered deep to left field into the corner. That'll drop in for a base hit, and 2 out to the wall. In to score Shoemake. First to third for Andrianza. An RBI double for Ryan Castillo. And the Braves are pounding Puerto Rico 9-0.
Got that changeup up in the zone. A nice adjustment. That's kind of where Moran's going. A lot of changeups. And if you can get it up in the zone, stay back and put a good swing on it, you got a chance to get it up in the air. Castillo did just that.
Inning continues for Magdalene Sierra. Second and third for the Braves. That's now 15 base hits for the Braves. Sierra takes the ball low and outside. Something interesting that I wonder if we'll be using in this ball game. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way. That's low and outside. We're not playing with shifts nor pitch clocks. As in the WBC, we'll not be using the same rules that Major League Baseball has instituted for 2023. But one of the rules that they are using is there is a 10-run rule, I believe, after 7 innings in the WBC. 2-0 is outside. I'm curious if we're playing by the WBC rules, if we're using the run rule.
Good question. I mean, I think you probably look at the guys that need to throw, and you probably don't play by those rules, but hopefully we'll find out.
3-0 in for a strike. And I believe it's 10 runs after 7. If that were the case, if the Braves scored one more and then held them in the 7th, then if this were a WBC sanctioned game, then that game would technically end right there. But we'll see what we do here today. The 3-1 pitch. Fouled back into the screen, 3-2. Ade at third, Castillo over at second. Sierra trying to keep the inning alive, and the 3-2 pitch. Got him looking for strike 3. Now Moran strikes out 3 in the inning, but he gives up 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the top of the 7th here in Northport, where the Braves leading Puerto Rico 9-0.
At Kroger, you can find the highest quality products at a great price in every aisle, every day with Kroger brand. So you can stock up on your household favorites that are tried, tested, and loved by you. Because when you get the products you love at great prices, it feels like winning.
It's the best way to
now,
access,
store,
manage,
or online.
and share your
Kroger,
tickets with
fresh
friends and
for
family.
everyone.
Official MLB ballpark app. It's the best way to access, manage, and share your tickets with friends and family to any MLB game. Exclusive club offers, your personal companion for when you're at the ball. It's a great way to capture your visit by adding dining options, fun club offers, and so much more. Download the free MLB ballpark app capture your iOS app stores and Google Play to fun build day
also offers a wide array of products and services, including roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and exterior paint. They also have a proven track record of over 15 years with over 9,000 satisfied customers in the Atlanta market. Matt's Exteriors provides free estimates. So what are you waiting for, Ben? Check them out at mattsexteriors.com.
A new season of Behind the Braves, presented by Global Payments, is now streaming on YouTube. Follow along as the Braves begin their 2023 season at their spring training facility in Northport. With Vaughn Grissom and Orlando Arcia battling at shortstop and a handful of pitchers competing for the 5th spot in the rotation, this season shows some exciting competitions and one common goal of winning a 6th straight NL East Division title. Tune in every Wednesday at youtube.com/Braves for new episodes. Atlanta Braves Baseball 48.
Michael talking it up for the Braves. 9-0 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. 6'7", right-hander, 33 years old, from Palmdale, California. Sinker, four-seamer slider, and cutter. He's set to face 4, 5, 6 in the Puerto Rico.
And before he gets going, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Atlanta Braves Baseball.
The Astros are going back
Top of the 7th, 9-0 Braves. Michael Tonkin takes over for Jackson Stevens, who had to score this inning. It has gone Fried, Yates, Stevens, and now Tonkin on the mound for the Braves. Michael Tonkin is the brother-in-law of former twin Jason Kubel.
Oh, wow, what a name.
Here's a pitch. And there is a strike to MJ Melendez. He became the DH a few innings ago. Started the game in right field. Switch to the DH in the 5th inning. 0-1, called strike. This will be the final time the Braves see a WBC team here in the Grapefruit League session. 0-2 inside. And you know what else today ends?
What's that?
The homestand.
Ah, yes. We are going to St. Pete tomorrow.
There's a 1-2 pitch. Fouled back. You don't really have spring training homestands, but this is the longest I can remember the Braves spending at home in several years. I think it's 4 games in 5 days at home, with the off day being the one day they did not have a game.
So whoever set my schedule up, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got lucky.
I got lucky.
1-2, a chase and a miss.
Good slider. Tonkin had a pretty nice year in Gwinnett last year. Ended up at 47 games, a 3.17. Big boy, pretty good stuff too. That slider's been good. His fastball's in that mid-90s range.
This guy's pitched all over the place. Originally a 30th round choice out of high school. He's from Palmdale, California. He was drafted by the Twins. He was released by the Twins. There's a fly ball towards left from B-Mal Machine, and that's into the seats for a foul ball. He then had his contract sold to the Okita Nippon Ham Fighters in Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball League. So he pitched in Japan and then pitched in the organizations of the Rangers, the Diamondbacks, and now the Braves. So that's a well-traveled right-hander. Nine-0 Braves in the 7th. 0-1 to Machine. High and away, 1-1. What a great last name for a ball player. V-Mal Machine. 1-1, touches the outside corner, called strike.
M-A-C-H-I-N, no E.
One-two, a tad high. It's still Neftali Soto on deck for Puerto Rico. He's been in there the entire time. 2-2 fouled back. Did you ever play in Japan?
I didn't, but I kind of wish I did, just for the experience, and the money would have been nice too, but
yeah,
I never had the opportunity. And when I was playing it, it felt like if you went overseas to play somewhere, that you weren't going to have a chance to get back to the big leagues.
One-way ticket. 2-2 will be sent foul.
Now it's completely different. You see guys go over to Korea, Japan, come back, and they get the opportunity here at the big league level. We've seen multiple guys over the last 3 or 4 years have good runs in Japan and then come back over and sign big league deals. They don't even have enough service time to sign those big deals.
2 check swings and foul.
Which I think is really cool, because the bottom line is you have to play and you have to pitch or you have to hit to show what you can do. And if you're in the minor league struggling here, you aren't going to get that much of a chance. And I never wanted to go to independent ball. I know a lot of people did and came back, but I just think it's cool.
2 is low.
Kind of how the game's evolved as far as that perspective, where we're still looking for these guys that have been over here that struggled, that figured something out somewhere else and are getting opportunities.
Think about Eric Thames.
Yep. Chris Flexen with the Mariners.
Miles Michaelis went over there. 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air to left field. Spreading in is Workinger. He is going to take this one on a hop. 1-out single by Machine. I know you played in Puerto Rico a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, so I don't know if a lot of people remember, but in 2004, at least I know, the Expos were splitting between Montreal and Puerto Rico. And I had the opportunity to go, obviously, to Puerto Rico, Montreal, but also to Puerto Rico. It was a fun experience. The ballpark felt like a bandbox in San Juan, but it was a cool thing. And the crowds there, the fans were excited. Something that you don't typically see in baseball, but
Neftali Soto takes the ball high.
It was a great experience, although I did end up hurting my back. After I hit a double, I hit first base, and my back kind of went out, and I think that was the first sign of back injuries for me. But
that was in a game in Puerto Rico?
Yep.
1-0 pitch outside. So that was the Expos last season in Montreal, right?
Mm-hmm. I have to go back and look at all the details of that, but the next year, they went to Washington.
Uh-huh. 2-0 pitch in for a strike. We were talking about this earlier. Puerto Rico has had some close calls in the WBC. There's a pop-up, maybe playable, foul ground, first base side. Drew Lugbauer is over there, and he'll watch this one land on the other side of the screen. Each of the last 2 World Baseball Classics, Puerto Rico has finished as the runner-up. Island country of just over 3 million people, and a lot of great talent out of Puerto Rico through the years. 9-0 Braves are in the top of the 7th. Runner at first, one down for Neftali Soto. Check swing. There's a strike, and he strikes out.
Good pitch. Good slider, 82. Caught him out front. Check swing. Second strikeout of the inning.
Tell you what, Randy Rosenberg is umpiring like it's a 9-0 game, isn't he?
It feels like
he's ringing them up down there, man. And I don't think anybody's complaining, as it's a 9-0 ball game. Here's Eddie Rosario to the plate for the 3rd time, and he will crush one foul. It is over the seating bowl and out of the stadium. Goes back there towards the academy. And a foul ball, and it's 0-1 on Eddie. A 1 to Eddie, and there's a hard hit ball into right field. Base hit for Rosario. That'll send Machine down to second base. 2-out single by Eddie Rosario, who's now 1 for 3.
Nice solid hit by Eddie. Good to see.
Janeswi Fargas will run for Eddie Rosario. Janeswi Vargas. The way that his name is spelled, it looked like it would be John's Highway. Johneshwy. Janeswi Fargas. Offering to Christian Vasquez. He bends out of the way of a first pitch breaking ball. A 1-ball, no strike count on Vasquez. Big swing and a miss by Vasquez, 1-1. Braves back on the road tomorrow. We'll see the Rays up in St. Pete. Have all that action for you. Here's the 1-1 on the way to Vasquez. There's a deep drive to center. Magneuris Sierra fighting the sun. He's under it and makes the catch out there in deep center field. Good job getting his glove up and shading his eyes from the sunshine. And that's out number 3. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. At the bottom of the 7th inning, Braves 9, Puerto Rico 0.
There are 5 boxes. No one knows what's in them. Yet you can choose from 5. Well, just break your screen for the chance to choose one of 5 mystery boxes. With prizes for $5 to $30,000.
Luxury vacation or even a car.
These are mystery boxes.
Yeah, but I might just peek first.
Oh boy.
Down a run, Alvarez.
It's the Cash Pop Mystery Box giveaway. Now through March 12th, learn more at playcashpop.com.
2-2, and Bregman
Visit the
into
spring
right
home
center
for
of
your
base hit.
Lab Braves.
Alex
Now
Bregman delivers the
beach in the
go-ahead
U.S.
run.
Take a road trip
to Northport in Sarasota County, Florida for wide-open outdoor adventures and lots of family fun. You can even dine at the Tomahawk Tiki Bar at Cool Today Park and see the Braves Spring Training Stadium. Check it all out at visitsarasota.com and start planning today. That's visitsarasota.com.
Astros.
Get away and play at Stars and Strikes. Stars and Strikes features upscale bowling, high-tech arcade, laser tag arenas, full menu of bar service, and much more. This summer, take advantage of our Kids Bowl free program. Kids get 2 free games of bowling all summer long through August 18th. Or for the family, upgrade to our Kids Bowl free family pass. Offers are valid at any of the 16 Stars and Strikes locations except Myrtle Beach. Visit starsandstrikes.com for more info.
Back near the wall and gone. So much power.
Meetings, trade shows, days, rehearsal dinners, you name it. Spark can host it. Visit Braves.com/events to reserve one of the 16 unique venues at the ballpark.
It's gone.
Bottom of the 7th inning. 4 changes for Puerto Rico. Braves leading 9-0. New pitcher is Yaxel Rios. Right-hander has a brand new battery mate. That is MJ Melendez behind the plate. He has played right field, been the DH, and now he's catching. And the new left fielder, Joneshui Fargas, stays in the ball game and takes over in left field. So here's Justin Dean to lead off for the Braves. Justin Dean. Big swing and a miss. A good rip at it. 0-1 on Dean.
Rios has a good fastball. That was at 98 right there. A slider and a split. He's in camp with the Braves.
A 1 hit in the air to left center field. Fargas over to his left. And their left fielder makes the catch on a fly ball to left center.
6'3", 215, 29 years old. Spent last year in Charlotte in AAA. A 4.91 ERA in 30 games.
Ethan Workinger up to the plate. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch that he sees. Workinger fouls one off. Tall, lean outfielder Ethan Workinger, 6'3", 185. He's 21 years old. Went to San Diego City College. He chases and misses strike 3. And 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning. So tomorrow is your last ball game with us this spring, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So the last day of school for Nick Green tomorrow.
And I have to actually get home and be a responsible parent, get my kids back in school.
How's the work-family balance gone for you?
Been good.
You brought the family down.
I did.
Echeverria will send one foul.
Had a good time other than the red tide that we had to deal with, and it's still hanging around, but we've been able to go to the beach the last 3 or 4 days, and it's been pretty good. So I think they've had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
At least they said they have.
Well, one to Echeverria. That's fouled back. They probably love it when Dad leaves and goes to work.
I don't. Mom does not like it, but I think they think it's okay sometimes. And sometimes I get home and they are happy to see me, and sometimes they're whatever. Just depends on the mood for the day.
Well, I'm glad you're able to bring them all down. I know that you and Angie and the girls have had a really good time. 0-2 pitch on the way. That's lobbed out towards shallow right field, and Keyshawn Ogans goes back, makes the catch. And the Braves go down in order for the first time today. It's the first time
I love the boys and girls clubs because they help you believe that you can make it to the big leagues.
Braves.
Big leagues of what?
It's that time of year again, and we're going to have some fun at the Braves spring training games. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and wants to be sure your car will make it in time for first pitch. Here's the deal.
With the help of Major League Baseball, the Boys and Girls Clubs of America help kids make it to the big leagues of
Special restrictions apply. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers getting you to the spring training games. Learn more at expressoil.com.
And Christian Javier continues to dominate.
Shopping with pickup and delivery is the same as shopping in store. Same low prices, same personalized deals, same rewards on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce, with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
When you look to Northside Hospital Heart Institute, you see excellence. With a mission to heal your heart, we use the most innovative techniques and treatments, all to provide patients customized options and the most effective outcomes. Northside's cardiac surgery program has earned the highest rating given by the Society of Thoracic Surgeons for both open heart surgery and aortic valve replacement. No matter how routine or complex your heart care, you can always look to Northside. To learn more, visit northside.com/excellence.
Top of the 8th inning here in Northport. A 9-0 Braves lead and a new Braves pitcher, left-hander Danny Young. 6'3", 200 pounds, out of the University of Florida. Takes over from Michael Tonkin, who went 1 inning. Tonkin gave up 2 singles, struck out 2.
You know, Danny's looking to bounce back from his last outing on Tuesday. Threw an inning, 2 hits, 3 earned runs. Had a little bit of trouble with command in that outing.
Yeah, hit 2 batters consecutively. He'll face Henry Ramos to lead it off here in the top of the 8th inning. This is 9-1-2 in the Puerto Rican order. Time taken by Ramos. He's got something in his eye. Takes his right sleeve and rubs it across his eye. He's good to go now. Pitch from Young. Backdoor breaking ball in for a strike. Ball outside. One from Young. Tries the backdoor breaking ball again and misses. First game for Puerto Rico will be on Saturday in the WBC. 2-1, a big swing and a miss by Ramos. They play against Nicaragua on Saturday. Well, this is their final tune-up. And that will be Pool D in Miami that they're playing in. Fouled off onto the rooftop, still 2-2.
How about Italy beating Cuba today 6-3? Or maybe last night over there, but at least this morning.
2-2 and a ground ball taken on 2 big bounces by the shortstop Echeverria, and his throw over there is in time.
That Italy squad is led by Mike Piazza.
Saw a video on Twitter yesterday of him in the cage taking BP.
Did it look the same?
Still looked pretty good.
You know, it's fun to see these old baseball players that are coaching or managing these WBC teams, and you look at this club for Puerto Rico. Obviously, Yachty's the manager.
Called strike on Edwin Diaz.
But his brother, Jose, is the third base coach. First base coach is Juan Gonzalez. Victor Rodriguez is the hitting coach. Alex Cintron, the bench coach. Ricky Bonas, pitching coach.
There's a called strike, 0-2. That's a good squad.
Yeah, it's cool to see. You know, especially for these kids, too, because they look up to these guys that have played in the big leagues for their country, and now they get to play underneath them.
0-2 outside. By the way, that Italy-Cuba game was early this morning with Italy winning 6-3. So Cuba's now 0-2.
Big disappointment for them.
I believe that's right. Or are they 0-1?
Yeah, that's true. They're 0-2.
Okay. There's a ground ball weakly to short. To his left, scooping it up. Adeiny Echeverria, gliding throw, makes the catch. Or makes the play, I should say, as Drew Lugbauer makes the catch. And 2 down. Yeah, they lost to the Netherlands on Tuesday. Cuba did. And then yesterday, a really good ball game between Australia and Korea. As Australia won 8-7 over Korea.
There's number 32, Janashri Fargas.
Here's Nelson Velasquez, 9-0 Braves. Also yesterday, the Netherlands defeated Panama 3-1. Panama had lost their first game to Chinese Taipei 12-5. 1-0 to Velasquez, low and in.
So Xander Bogaerts went deep. So did Jerkson Profar, who is a crazy free agent. That is wild what happened with him.
2-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
Profar, if I'm not mistaken, turned down a $7 million option, and now he's still a free agent.
The 2-1 from Young. This is low, 3-1. So there have been 2 finals today. Japan defeated China 8-1. And then that Italy-Cuba game that we mentioned where Italy defeated Cuba 6-3. 3-1 in for a strike.
Good pitch.
So
Danny has that good breaking ball that he can throw off the plate away, kind of backdoor that to those righties. Good pitch.
And better command today.
Yep.
3-2 to Velasquez. Got him swinging. Strike 3. Good inning from Danny Young. Puerto Rico goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. All Braves 9-0.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit? Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity Tenji network.
Go on.
Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge.
Astros
And Susie,
down
we'll
to
have
run.
fast internet in the
Shoots one
basement.
through the hole, the
If you
base
have any
hit.
questions,
Altuve on his
here's
way
my
to the
cup.
plate. The Astros have tied it.
Introducing the Tenji network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed. Meet Harper, teammate at Truist. Hello. She was born to care and always have your back. Like the time her friend Beauregard took a gnarly hit. His retainer went flying, but Harper caught it before it got crushed. Today, Harper's a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking. With no overdraft fees, a $100 negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, Truist One checking has your back too. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. $100 negative balance buffer. Eligibility requirements apply. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent. If you're hurting trying to choose a law firm, here are some questions you need to ask. Do they have a fully staffed office right here in town? We do. Have they litigated thousands of cases here in Georgia? We have. And have they collected billions of dollars for their clients? You know we have. One call, that's all.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Call 1-800-CALL-KEN. Spokesperson for Kenneth Nugent, PC, attorneys at law. See website for details. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia 30309.
Tickets for the Braves 2023 season are going fast. This is the first balanced schedule season where every team will play each other at least once. Visit Braves.com/tickets.
Into the bottom of the 8th inning. The ball game the Braves have dominated. It is 9-0 Atlanta. Braves will send up Braden Shoemake to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's looking for a 4-for-4 game. He's got 2 singles, a double, and 2 runs scored. And he will have to face a brand new pitcher. This is Alexis Diaz. And Greeny, he's with the Reds and the brother of Edwin Diaz, and he's got some pretty good stuff, doesn't he?
He burst onto the scene last year. Big kid, too. 6'2", 225. Had an incredible year. 59 appearances, 1.84 ERA. The whip was .96. Fastball's in that 97 range. And also has a wipeout slider as well. High spin fastball too. It's at average 2,600 RPMs last year. When you go over 2,500, the average tends to drop about 40 points on the average.
Shoemake ropes one down the right field line foul. Just missed a fair ball by about 2 feet.
Yeah, he was excellent last year. I mean, you look at all the numbers, and it's wild. Opponents hit 127 versus that fastball. They hit 159 versus the slider. This kid's good.
Righty-lefty matchup. That's popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Machine coming over. He's under it, and the third baseman has it in front of the railing of the Puerto Rican dugout. And that is the first time they've gotten Braden Shoemake today.
And if you watch Diaz throw, he looks just like his brother. And it's almost like he gets up underneath the ball and can elevate that fastball. Obviously, the velocity's there and the spin's there, but want to see where he is, a couple years down the road. He's only 26.
Well, don't you know the Reds are hoping that he looks like his brother with the statistics as well. Adrianza takes the ball outside. Think Edwin's the best reliever in the game right now?
I think you have to put him as the best reliever right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He struck out almost 50% of the batters he faced.
1-0, chasing and missing Adrianza.
It's tough. I mean, from a viewing standpoint and an analyst standpoint, when I see those doors open and Edwin Diaz comes out, it's like, oh, God, man.
1-1, missed by Adrianza. It's one of those situations where you know what's coming in the ninth, so you better get him in the 7th or the 8th.
Yep.
And if you don't, you miss your opportunity because that door is going to be slammed shut in the 9th inning. 1-2 to 8A. Just missed outside. Other action in the WBC today. China plays the Czech Republic and Cuba plays Panama. Both of those games later tonight, Eastern time. There's 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by 8A. 2 down. 94 on the fastball. There will be 4 games tomorrow in the WBC, and then once you get to Saturday, that's when you have Pool C and Pool D, which are in Phoenix and Miami. Getting going. The United States will play Saturday against Great Britain. How about Adam Wainwright on the mound for that ball game for the USA? That'll be fun to see. Drew Lugbauer takes a strike.
That's the only thing that I'm questioning with Team USA is they're going to lean on Wainwright and Miles Michaelis. And Wainwright obviously has had a tremendous career and was really good last year, and that's why he's back this year.
1 in for a strike, 0-2.
Their bullpen's good, but you hope they have enough starting depth in that rotation to give them a long run in the WBC.
Oh, 2 to Drew. Bounced up there. Meanwhile, the Dominican, we went through their list of pitchers yesterday, starting with Sandy Alcantara. He'll go Saturday against Venezuela. I mean, they're just as loaded on the mound as they are in their lineup. 1-2 to Lugbauer. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And if you're going to win these tournaments, you've got to be able to pitch. If you're light on pitching, it's going to be tough. Doesn't matter how well you hit. We saw Team USA lose 5-1 yesterday.
Right.
That lineup looks great too, by the way.
2-2 pitch. That's outside. Yeah, we're watching the game last night, and they had Trey Turner batting 7th. Jeff McNeil was batting 9th.
Yep, batting champion, batting 9th.
3-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. He strikes out Lugbauer, and that ends the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Braves go down in order. We head to the 9th inning. All Braves, 9-0.
What gets you revved up? Maybe it's heading toward that next adventure, driving farther and exploring more. Or maybe it's just spending less time worrying and more time doing. Whatever it is, Citgo is here to help with top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline. With continuous use, it helps keep engine parts clean for a smooth ride and maximizes your mileage to get more life out of every tank. Now that's gas you can feel good about. Go rev up with Tri-Clean gasoline at your locally owned Citgo station
For the first
today.
time since 2017,
The Kroger
the World
app,
Baseball
shopping
Classic
online
is
with
back
pickup and
from
delivery
Japan
is the
to
same
Puerto
as
Rico,
shopping in store.
Nicaragua
Same
to
low prices,
Israel,
same
and everywhere
personalized
in
deals,
between.
same
They'll take
rewards
each other down.
on the same high-quality items like Honeycrisp apples and pasta sauce, with no hidden fees or markups. It's one small click for groceries, one big win for busy families everywhere. Start your cart today at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
A new season of Behind the Braves, presented by Global Payments, is now streaming on YouTube. Follow along as the Braves begin their 2023 season at their spring training facility in Northport. With Vaughn Grissom and Orlando Arcia battling at shortstop and a handful of pitchers competing for the 5th spot in the rotation, this season shows some exciting competitions and one common goal of winning a 6th straight NL East Division title. Tune in every Wednesday at youtube.com/Braves for new episodes. Atlanta Braves baseball for the A.
Ben, Nick, and Jay Chad with you here at Cool Today Park in Northport. We head to the 9th inning. It's a 9-0 lead for the Braves, and Connor Johnstone is out there for the Braves now. 6'1", 195-pound righty. Takes over for Danny Young. And altogether, Nick, we've seen some tremendous pitching today from the Braves. Fried, Yates, Stevens, Tonkin, Young, and now Johnstone, and looking for the shutout today.
Yeah, and obviously we look at Max Fried and Kirby Yates, and you want them to have good outings, but the other guys have been really good as well. Danny Young had a nice inning.
First pitch from Johnstone is a ball outside to Johneshwy Fargas.
Tonkin showed good stuff. Good to see Jackson Stevens have a nice outing for his first outing of the spring.
Ground ball fouled on the third base line.
You know, they've only walked 2 guys all day, and I think that when you look at these numbers at the end of the day, that's what you look at. You know, how is the command? How is the control? Were we throwing strikes? Were we making them put the ball in play?
Fargas with a tapper foul, 1-2.
And that's what we've seen today from this entire lineup of pitchers.
One-two pitch. He went. Strike 3. Tried to hold up his bat, but couldn't keep it from going through. And one down as Fargas strikes out.
Good slider from Johnstone. Been in the organization for quite a while. Came on in 2017 out of Wake Forest. Last year was in Gwinnett for 32 games, 8 starts. Was solid across the board.
2-6-9-2.
MJ Melendez to the plate. He receives the first pitch strike.
2692.
Johnstone was born in San Diego, but he grew up in Roswell, Georgia. That'll be sent over towards the Braves dugout foul. And then played college ball at Wake Forest. Oh, 2. In the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So today, the U.S. team now has Tim Anderson in the lineup instead of Trey Turner. They've got Will Smith behind the plate.
1-2 low and in, 2-2.
And Cedric Mullins is batting 9th in left field today.
Who are they playing and when?
They're playing right now. They're playing the Angels. It's
okay.
No score, top second.
2 fouled off. Kind of scary moment earlier in that game last night when Mike Trout was hit by a pitch. Got him on the arm early in that ball game. He seemed to be all right. 2-2 will be fouled off.
That is scary when you have your superstars playing in that tournament and something happens and it's nobody's fault, but I know a lot of teams don't want their guys playing in the WBC, but it means so much to them to play for their countries. It's hard to say no unless you're coming back from an injury. You feel like health is the most important part.
2-2 low and in. I got to say, man, we were watching that game last night. Those USA uniforms are pretty good.
Have you seen the catcher's gear?
Yes, with the stars and stripes. Oh, that was awesome. There's some really good-looking unis. 3-2 hit a mile high to right field. Justin Dean trying to get under it. He's there, and 2 down. Puerto Rico down to their final out. The Braves looking for a shutout win today. It's 9-0 Atlanta. Vimao Machine up to the plate now for Puerto Rico. For the Braves, 9 runs, 15 hits, and no errors today. And for Puerto Rico, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Both teams have stranded 5. Machine takes ball low and in. This lineup for the Braves, 9 runs on 15 hits. I'd have said, I'd imagine 2 or 3 guys would have home runs. Hasn't been the case today, but a bunch of doubles. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, the ball hasn't been flying today like it has these last 3 or 4 days. But, of course, the wind's not quite as strong. And
1-1 is low, 2-1.
We haven't really seen it blow hard either direction. Been kind of dead today.
2-1 also low and in, 3-1. Unless we have an absolute disaster right now, we're likely going to get through 2 ball games, no pitch clock, in sub 3 hours. 3-1, low and outside, ball 4. I think we were thinking coming in without the pitch clock, we'd have some lengthy games. But
I thought so for sure. Yesterday was 2:42. Not bad. We had to roll an inning yesterday, had to roll one again today. Now, yesterday, we, the Braves, had to roll the inning. Today, the Puerto Rican team had to roll the inning.
Without rolling the inning yesterday, we might have gotten to 3 hours.
I think it would have been close.
That was not a good inning. Neftali Soto takes a ball low and outside from John Stone.
Did you see what Snit said after the game yesterday? Or actually, I think it was before the game. Walt asked him if he had the lineup card.
Right. Said he wanted to keep it.
And get it autographed.
Uh-huh. Said all those guys are going to be Hall of Famers. Ball low and in. 2 balls and no strikes on Soto. Two-0 pitch. There's a big swing and a miss by Soto.
Good two-seamer in off the plate.
Well, there's a chance when you look at the lineup from yesterday, there's a chance that might be the best lineup you ever see in a game that you call. It was an incredible lineup. Another swing and a miss, 2-2. Breaking ball low and away. And the Braves have Puerto Rico down to their final strike. John Stone at the belt. He fires his 2-2, got him swinging, strike 3, and the Braves have shut out Puerto Rico by a final score of 9-0. Braves scored in each of the first 6 innings of the ball game and got great pitching as well and win it by a final score of 9-0. Back with the totals after this.
Nothing goes better with the crack of a bat than the crunch of Georgia peanuts. Power-packed with protein, essential nutrients, and great taste, Georgia peanuts are the all-star choice for affordability, sustainability, and nutrition. For recipes and fun facts, check out GApeanuts.com. The perfectly powerful peanut is brought to you by the family farmers of the Georgia Peanut Commission.
Peanuts, get your peanuts.
When you download the Home Depot app, taking on big or small projects starts with a tap. It's your pocket-sized toolbox for getting more done. Image search helps you find what you need with a snap. Store mode pinpoints exactly where to go to get what you want while you're at our store. Or just tap to arrange for easy curbside pickup, all from the palm of your hand. It's the app that's made for doing. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Ben Ingram here for ESOG, Engineered Solutions of Georgia. They're a locally owned and operated foundation repair company with structural engineering expertise. ESOG's warranty provides a lifetime of support.